I'm your man, the gentleman, and today with me, I've got Oz. Some of you might know Oz from Click 45, discussing football in general. But Oz is officially, I mean, it is that time of the year where it's full of transfers and all sorts is going on. But going forward, Oz will also, in addition to his Click 45 content, be a centralite. So, Oz, welcome to the team.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Saudi League is a growing league, so obviously excited to get on board of the hype.
Absolutely, and we're super gassed to have you part of the team as well. Of course, we've got a long and wonderful vision for Saudi PL Central, and in terms of hopefully where we can take this in the future. But for the Centralites that are new to us, tell us a little bit about yourself. I think on a personal level, and then in terms of content level, and why Saudi Pro League.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Oz, based in London, from the Click 45 YouTube channel, where I've sort of been growing up there in the content creation era. Basically, it's been going well over there, 100k followers and whatnot. So I'm pretty much gassed about that. And yeah, why Saudi PL? Basically, to get involved in the hype, to get involved with the Habibis and the and the and the enjoyment in it. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, I like the look of what's happening in the Saudi Pro League. Yeah, there's loads of good transfers. I think there's interesting exits as well, which we'll get into. But yeah, 100%. It's a growing league, and it's something that definitely has more concrete than other leagues that have tried being big from outside of Europe. Like MLS when they had their change, as well as the Chinese Super League. But Saudi Pro League seems a bit better than that. And yeah, it's just interested me since they've had Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, man.
No, you're absolutely spot on. And I think Ronaldo was that initial first superstar that kind of brought the world's eyes to the Saudi Pro League. And
Facts.
yeah, I mean, like you said, we've had this kind of thing before with MLS continuously since Pele days, and then we've had like a moment with the Chinese league.
Yeah.
We had the likes of Oscar going across.
He stayed though. To be fair to him, he was like, "I'm keeping
Yeah.
this money." He probably got paid because he was one of the OGs. He was like, "I'm getting paid." Like the other people did obviously get paid their proper money, so they exited. But
Yeah.
because he was like the first one, he probably got paid.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think with the Chinese league, we always thought, with the Saudi Pro League, we thought maybe like the Chinese league, this could be one of those things where it's like
Flash in a pan, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, talking of Ronaldo as well, he has put pen to paper, so we'll start there. I think today, mostly in terms of our show and the focus on the show will be transfer focus, but Cristiano the GOAT, Ronaldo, GOAT for some. But what do you think to Ronaldo re-signing to Al Nassr for 2 years? Astronomical figures and numbers involved. But, yeah, give us your take on that.
I think it was always inevitable, like him staying at Saudi. I think when he sort of said end of a chapter, when he's done that tweet, I just thought it's a bit of mind games to try and probably get his money up, or just to sort of say like, look, to other people, if you want me at your club, like I am available. But I think low-key he even knew Saudi, like Al Nassr were the only team that were going to pay what he's going to get, basically. So it's not a surprise for me that he's staying. I understand why he's staying as well. It's a league that's comfortable for him as well with his age. He's going to be what, 40 by the end of his contract, I think.
I think he's already 40.
Is he already 40? Jeez, I think it's mental. I genuinely think it's mental. Like the fact that 2 years, it's not even like a 1 year and then with an option to extend. It's a definite 2 years he's got to get. It's just mental to me. Like the professionalism, the commitment he has towards football is crazy. Like the love he has for football is just, it's nuts. It's almost like, yeah, crazy. It's psycho. He's like a psycho for football.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I think it's going to be good. Whether he'll play in the World Cup next year, I don't know. I think that's the biggest talking point, whether he makes that World Cup squad. But then again, it is Ronaldo. Like, you can't have a Portuguese side if Ronaldo's playing, not retired. You got to have Ronaldo in that squad.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the guy, his birthday, I think, is February.
Mm,
So he is definitely 40 already. And in terms of some of the numbers involved, it's
yeah,
crazy. 178 million a year and a 15% stake. 24 million pound signing on bonus.
yeah. That's crazy numbers. Crazy numbers.
It's like
Yeah,
492 million over the next 2 years. I mean, he is one guy, even though it sounds crazy to say that somebody deserves to have wages that are more than some countries' GDPs in the year.
yeah. Facts.
But nevertheless, he's one guy who is an absolute superstar. And we're
100%.
talking, we live in a time in a world where, people can say in the past Maradona and Pele, but we were not alive of that generation, and we are alive to say that Cristiano Ronaldo, among Messi as well, is just one of the goats of football. And to be able to have that guy, although he's not really put Al Nassr where they want to be in terms of like
No.
domestic championships,
Yeah.
but
League
he has
titles.
done crazy
Yeah.
numbers for the Saudi Pro League. And yes, sticking with the Al Nassr team, incoming is we've got an incoming here of
Mhm.
João Felix to Al Nassr. Now, do you see this working? Do you still think he has some unfinished business in Europe? Do you think he's flopped in Europe, or do you think, do you know what? It's just the time.
For me, João Felix in Europe is a full stop now. That's it. Like, I think his career in Europe is done.
Yeah.
I think he needs to stay in Saudi. It's a loan, if I'm not wrong, with obligation to buy.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the right move for João Felix. He's tried it in Atletico Madrid. He had the big 100 million, release clause at Benfica that Atletico Madrid triggered. It didn't work out at Lessie. He went to Chelsea. Didn't work out at Chelsea. He's been on loan here and there at like AC Milan, Barcelona. Was he at Barcelona? Yeah, he
Yeah,
was. Yeah, he was at Barcelona. Yeah, nothing, and it's just nothing has worked for him. I think he is the most failed wonder kid in world football. I genuinely do feel that he's the most failed wonder kid in world football. And if it wasn't for for his academy, Benfica academy days, he just doesn't look like the same old player, I guess, that Benfica saw, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, initially when he went from Benfica to Atletico, and he signed for some crazy numbers. I think it was like 90 plus million
Yeah,
euros.
yeah,
He was actually balling out in the first sort of couple of seasons, doing really well. But it feels like there are players who are gifted, naturally gifted,
hmm,
but then there are players who are not as naturally gifted, but they get further in life
yeah,
simply because of the hard work and dedication and commitment. I
yeah.
think this, yeah. So
Sorry, I was going to say, I think he is naturally gifted.
yeah,
I just think it was the wrong team he left Benfica for. That's what it was.
yeah,
Everything else probably could have aligned if he chose a much more attacking, much more a free flowing manager rather than Diego Simeone, who will give you orders, who will give you expectations within the football pitch.
yeah,
When you're setting up in that 4-4-2 that you used to do, especially during when Felix signed that 4-4-2 that he did, and you saw the way he sort of wanted him to play to be that link up player. You can see Felix could do more than that for the team.
yeah.
I just, for me, I just feel like it was the wrong team to go to. And I feel like Al Nassr could be an opportunity now to just revitalize his career away from the spotlight of Europe, away from the headlines of, well, in Europe with the Saudi Pro League, the headlines come during transfer window, and then it's quiet during the rest of the time. So he's had his moment in the spotlight with the media, where it says got his transfer to Al Nassr. He's going to play alongside probably his idol Ronaldo now. So other than that, now that bit's done, there's not going to be any more sort of headlines because the Saudi Pro League doesn't have that yet. And yeah, that's why in my eyes, I feel like this is the right move for him.
Do you know what's crazy? I think stylistically and in terms of pressure, I'm super excited to watch Al Nassr next year, especially if they get somebody else like Anthony as well, because what you're going to have is a team that's going to be free flowing, and
Mm.
you're going to have, I think, João Felix at his best. The reason I say that is because what's really telling is when Kyle Walker and himself were both at AC Milan, and Kyle Walker was going absolutely nuts on him, essentially saying, "Look, pass the ball because we're not all Messi. We're not all Messi."
Mm.
And to have somebody like a João Felix who's already naturally gifted in the Saudi Pro League, which is a
Yeah.
fantastic league, but obviously not some of the best leagues in the world just yet. He, alongside Ronaldo, alongside Mane, and potentially another attacker, they're just going to be having loads of fun. The flicks, tricks, and the fun they're going to be having.
Yeah, I think it's good. I definitely agree with that. Definitely. I think that's your front three though. That's Ronaldo up front. Left wing is going to be Mane. Right wing probably be João Felix, and then you have the hard work of Brozovic in that midfield and whatnot. So yeah, I think you'll be all right. I think attacking wise as well. I mean, they got Otavio as well, haven't they? Who's Portuguese
Exactly.
too. So I think it will be interesting as well to see how he gels and how he can get suited to the league.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm genuinely excited to see how he does. Otavio at the moment, they're still saying he's still at Al Nassr, but there are those sort of links with him moving away actually to potentially Al Qadisiyah, but nothing
Okay,
finalized
yeah.
yet. We are still seeing him um, uh, at Al Nassr. I think he will stay there until they find. There are rumors again of Bruno Fernandes, but Bruno, I don't
He's
think
not
he's
leaving.
yeah, he's not leaving.
Nah, he's not leaving. I don't see that at all. I feel like also with the foreign player policy,
Yeah,
they do need to get rid of one, if I'm not wrong, because that's the reason why, who we'll get onto soon, Duran went. But it's yeah, I just, if Otavio goes, I just don't see which next foreign player does come in though, because that is a very stacked squad already with foreign players that they have.
yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, I think actually a fair point on that is I'm going to check in a bit how many foreign players they're allowed because what's
8, if
happening
I'm not
is
wrong.
Yeah, I think is it 3 or 4? I think it might be 3 or 4.
Oh, I thought it was like 8 in the squad and then a certain amount in the starting 11 maybe.
Yeah, I'll double check in a bit actually.
Yep.
Um, one of the guys on that topic actually who has given a little bit of a breathing space for a foreign player to come in, shockingly enough, is a guy who signed for about 60, 70 million euros about 6, 7 months ago in John Duran, who's now gone out to loan to Fenerbahce, Oz. What on earth happened there?
As a Turk, all I'm gonna say is he joined the wrong Turkish team, but I'm not bothered. We got Osimhen. We got Osimhen, so I'm not bothered about that. But yeah, with John Duran going there, I think it's just down to the fact that he just didn't settle. I
Yeah,
just don't think he settled. He played well. 12 goals last season in 6 months is really good. It's a really good output. I just, yeah, by the sounds of it, by what the rumors were saying, it's just he couldn't fit into the culture, the setting, just
yeah,
being in that environment. And he's very lucky that he was able to move on as quickly as he did, because to be able to do that 6 months in and to find a team that was willing to pay that 300 grand wages is mad as well, because Fenerbahce are going to be paying all of that now,
yeah.
which helps so much out for Al Nassr financially, because they've got money just ready to be in the pot now, because Fenerbahce have put so much of a willingness to pay for the wage now. So I couldn't believe it. I think everyone was shocked when they saw that. When Al Nassr let him go, you do think to yourself, why? But if it makes sense for the club, you got to do it. It's behind the scenes stuff. The reason he's gone, it's not gone for his performances. He played really well, and he's what, 22, 20, 21, 22, I think. And to even think he, you know, didn't play well would be silly as well, because he was great. He was great there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a little bit of a shocker, I think, to um, some people that hadn't seen him towards the end of the season. But
Yeah,
again, he's 21. He's still, my
yeah.
God, he's still a baby. Um, And the last podcast we did before the end of the season, I remember Emily actually on the podcast saying that John Duran is one to watch out for because
Mm.
apparently um, he's finding it difficult to fit in. And I think in terms of the watch-alongs that we were doing, watching him sometimes, initially I think I blamed like the pitches, thinking, the
Mm.
reason he's gone all Bambi feet is because of the pitch.
Yeah.
But game after game, you'll
Mm.
see other players performing. You're seeing the likes of Ivan Tony coming in as well,
Yeah.
competing with Ronaldo for the Golden Boot.
Yeah.
Um, and then John Durant just simply could not sort his feet out some games, and he was just
Yeah.
you can tell,
It's a mind block.
yeah, it was knocking his confidence game after game after game. And I personally, I thought, you know what, he's gonna take this because he only joined in January. He's gonna take this as a moment to say, you know what, I'm gonna bring near all my family across to Saudi
Yeah.
because I think for us as footballers, as football fans, all we see is a player has made the transfer. 2 weeks later, he's played. But there is so much stuff behind the scenes, such as wives, girlfriends, children, into society, school,
Yeah.
education. There's so much behind the scenes. So I thought he's going to use the summer to just first of all de-stress, bring everything together that's going to allow him to win on the pitch, and then get himself fit and ready for the new season. But
Yeah.
whatever the situation was, I think culture when it comes to Saudi Pro League is becoming a little bit of a big thing because world-class players like Mahrez, Kante, and Koulibaly, people forget that culturally, um,
They're already from that similar background in terms of their upbringing as a child.
yeah,
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 100%. Especially John Duran, who, if I'm not wrong, is a devoted Christian. He
from
does.
Colombia, and
Yeah,
they
from
are
Colombia.
quite big on like going to the church on Sundays,
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I can understand why he might be struggling.
Yeah,
South American players in the Saudi Pro League, like you can't really speak about one or two, to be honest. Like they're all sort of going to MLS if you think about it.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got Messi there, Rodrigo de Paul's just gone there as well. They're
yeah.
all, so you can understand why maybe some devoted Christians. I'm going to say devoted because, yeah, uh,
Yeah. I mean, I think it's each their own. I mean, you've got players like Malcolm, who's Brazilian, obviously Latino,
mm,
um, but it's such a shame. It's such a shame
yeah,
because, again, like you said, he's young, and I was expecting him to be firing up front.
I know, yeah. With the way he was started the season with Aston Villa and just basically saying to Ollie Watkins, take a seat on the bench, keep that warm for me.
Yeah.
But and then to be the one to be sold, just yeah, it's mental. It's so mental to me.
I mean, on that as well, talking of newcomers and comers and goers to the Saudi Pro League, Neom SC, Neom Sports Club, promoted to the Saudi Pro League. They already had players like Said Ben Rama, who I think everybody was thinking, what on earth is going on? Like, why would you go from West Ham to a team that's not
Yeah,
even in the Saudi Pro League? But they have been promoted, and they've got Alexandre Lacazette, one of our old boys at Arsenal, Oz.
yeah. Playing the little thing, whatever he was doing on the Emirates carpet. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't. It's weird to think how old he is. I can never gauge how old Alexandre Lacazette is. I can never tell whether he's like on the other side of 30 or is
Yeah.
he like 29, 30, and then Arsenal just had him young. But I think he's like 30, 32, 33 probably.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
think it's about 34. It's 34. Just
Oh
turned
geez,
34.
yeah, like that.
Yeah.
When did that happen? But yeah, I can't believe that Lacazette is still playing. To be honest, that's my
Yeah.
biggest shock. That's my biggest shock that he's still playing. But then again, Ronaldo just signed a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
But I think it's good. He had a good time at Lyon, and then obviously their breaches sort of started coming, and relegation looked like a serious thing. So an opportunity to go to Saudi Pro League comes about, and I think you do take it for the financial reasons as well as for the opportunity to make your career a bit more longevity towards it, to bring a bit more longevity towards it. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
just that opportunity, to be honest, and I think Lacazette is going to do well. Neom, obviously, as a promoter side, like you said, whether they're going to have the opportunity to do well as a group is going to be another question because if you're promoted, you are going to be likely relegated. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes with Lacazette.
Yeah, I mean, Alexandre Lacazette, when he was moving to Arsenal, for me, it was like, oh my goodness. It's a little bit like Gyökeres, and I'm hoping Gyökeres can have a better season or a better time at Arsenal than Lacazette, because I feel like Lacazette could have done a lot more. But the
Yeah,
level of excitement I had when he was signing for Arsenal was at that similar point, really. So to have him now going over to the Saudi Pro League, Neom, obviously, they're a new team. Um, we don't know what they're going to be like in the league. Are they going to be struggling? Are they going to be, going toe to toe with some of the
yeah,
bigger teams, such as Al Qadisiyah, who Al Qadisiyah for me, oh my God, what a team! What a team they've been. Um, Shame, obviously, we'll get onto it in a moment. That Lacazette, I mean, Aubameyang has left, but Lacazette coming over to Neo Messi, him and Diaz. I'm sure they're looking to add a few more as well, but really looking forward to that and looking forward to seeing Alexandre Lacazette. Hopefully, we can try and get an interview with him as well, to see what his time in Saudi is going to be like or is like. Um,
yep,
but talking of Al Qadisiyah, who we're hoping that they're able to put up the same numbers as and play as good as Al Qadisiyah played last year. Outgoing Aubameyang, which is sad, but incoming, we've got the man himself, Matteo Retugi. I have to check the name again.
oh yeah, yeah, the Italian.
Yeah, the Italian, 25 goals, 8 assists in 32 starts across 36 matches in the 24-25 season for Atalanta, that team that was part of the likes of Ademola Lookman, who's also looking to make waves now. But how are we feeling about Aubameyang going, and then the positive of Ratwigi being his replacement?
I think the positive is he's younger.
Yeah,
He's, I think he's still in his prime.
yeah, 26.
He could definitely still be in a top five league. But the fact that he's gone there to a side that just missed out on one of the one of their not European positions. You see, I've still got that mindset of Europe. I
Yeah,
mean, like the top, he missed out on that top three, which is big in the Saudi Pro League. They just missed out on it, and I feel like they could have that difference with Retegui. He's a great player. He's a little. I think he's a bit more. He reminds me of Lacazette as well because of his stature, his size, and
yeah.
yeah, he can definitely be the one that goes in the holes, fox in the box, try and score as many goals as he can. I think it's a better. It's an upgrade. That's the way I'll put it. I think it's an upgrade in my eyes. I know Aubameyang's gone to Marseille, but I feel like that's going to be a bit of a flop of a transfer for me personally. I don't see that working out well, but I think Al Qadisiyah, sorry, have got the better side of the striker rotation.
No, you're absolutely right. I think the likes of John Duran and Mateo Twiggy, Musa Diaby, even Sesko. I mean, trying is one thing. So the Saudi Pro League are now trying to go for the next generation of quality players,
Yeah,
but obviously trying to entice them now is half the job, because players
yeah,
like Sesko, um, Retugi, or sorry, players like Seshko and Isaac, um, they still feel like maybe they've got a bit more to do in Europe. And
yeah.
with
I mean,
this, yeah,
sorry, I was going to say it is interesting. Like Retegui is still in his prime. He shouldn't. He's
yeah,
still got another like 5 years
yeah,
in the top five leagues if you were to think of it like that. But you know, if there's an opportunity in Saudi coming through, and you know, if there's an opportunity to change your family's life with the finances that they can offer to you, you take it. Yeah, and it's an opportunity now for him to just do what he can. I feel like the other problem as well is with him is how he's viewed in Italy. I don't think he's viewed highly by Italians as someone that should be playing in the Italian national team. He's
yeah,
not someone that really gets spoken about, you know. Um, he does make it, but he's never considered number one. There's him, Lorenzo Luca as well, who got us moved to Napoli this transfer window.
Yeah.
That's hyped up actually quite a bit by some media, but whether he'll be great as well, I don't know. But going back to Retegui, because of that, I can understand why he has decided, you know what, Saudi Pro League opportunities come. I probably won't move to any of the big clubs in Italy after Atalanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go for the opportunity, and it just makes sense for me. It definitely does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the Italian clubs, unfortunately, financially, the Premier League is essentially the Super League. When you've
Hmm.
got teams like Sunderland that were just promoted this year and are spending over 100 million,
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah,
yeah, the Italian clubs, nobody's going to be able to afford Retuigio on 56 million pounds, which is how much Al Qadisiyah have paid for this fella.
that's crazy. I think the fact that you can pay such a big price tag for someone like him,
Yeah,
but he's still not considered one of the best Italian strikers right now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's mental. It's mental. You're not competing with that. No one's competing with that, really.
Yeah, and other players. So that's all in terms of players that have actually signed, and players linked now. So
Hmm.
we've got the sorry, one more actually. Theo Hernandez to Al Hilal, AC Milan to Al Hilal. What's your
Yes,
take on that one?
Theo Hernandez going to Al Hilal was the most underwhelming transfer I ever see like play out.
Yeah,
Like I saw it happening, and I just questioned myself: why is he going?
yeah,
What's the price tag?
yeah,
And isn't there another club in Europe that could have used a left back?
yeah,
That was my three questions, and I just feel like I still don't understand why he left AC Milan. He was one of the best left backs in Serie A.
yeah,
I still believe he's up there as a good left back. He's definitely dropped down in credentials when people like Nuno Mendes has come about, and even I don't really want to say it, but like we're about to say putting too much hype. Lewis Skelly making a name for himself and whatnot. So he has definitely gone down in credentials. And then I saw the 35 million price tag, and I just thought that is a absolute steal for the club. That's an absolute steal for Al Hilal. I think it's a great signing. They're a Saudi Pro League winning team as well. They know what to do to get the right play. They know the right players to get, and I just think it was an absolute steal for them. Absolute steal to get such a good player still in the prime as well.
honestly, we're going to be having a lot more stories where, because of the reputation of the Saudi Pro League, because it's just looking to get better season on season. And I think what also helped is this year's Club World Cup, whereby Al Hilal performed really well against the likes of Real Madrid and Man City as well. Um, Now, that means the reputation and the credential of the Saudi Pro League, in addition to the feral bit of change
Mhm.
that comes with it, is going to attract a lot of good players. It's going to take away a lot of good players. Um, I think some clubs are going to be seeing it as a blessing
Yeah,
to be able to help them with their financial fair play, but some clubs are going to be shocked and angry when some quality players leave. Staying on Al Hilal, two players linked, one tentatively and one seriously. Tentatively is Romelu Lukaku with Al Hilal, and then Darwin Nunez with Al Hilal. What do you make of
yeah.
both?
Let me. Sorry, let me just get up the actual Al Hilal squad. Let me see what the players are actually saying in terms of what they've got available right now, because I feel like with the thing is with Nunes and Lukaku, you've got two different profile of strikers. It depends
Yeah,
on how you want to play. If you're playing with Lukaku, you're basically saying all your balls are going to go to the box and he's going to get on the end of it. If you're playing with Darwin Nunes, you're looking at a bit more link up, try and get your wingers involved and stuff like that.
yeah.
So that it's going to be interesting for me to see how like that's what's going to be interesting for me, depending on who you go for. How
Yeah.
like the type of football you're going to play is going to change drastically.
I mean, at the moment, they play with Salim Al Dawsari, who is the captain for Hilal and the Saudi Arabia, the national team. He is predominantly on the left-hand side, going into the right, and then usually on the right-hand side, coming onto his left, you've got Malcolm, the Brazilian, and then usually just up front, you've got Mitrovic. Unfortunately, Mitrovic was injured for a little bit, but you had Marcus Leonardo, who did brilliant.
I think he's a baller, by the way. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you. I think he's someone that's next up for moving on to Europe, and then actually for Al Hilal to make a profit on a player.
Yeah,
this could be one of the first players that this could be happening to.
Yeah,
I really enjoy Marcus Leonardo. I think he's great.
I mean, just on that, then, do you reckon they're going to get rid of somebody like a Marcus Leonardo in order to be able to fit in, a Lukaku or a Nunez? Because at the moment, if you keep Leonardo, keep Mitrovic, keep Cesar and Malcolm, and then add Nunez or Lukaku,
that's a stacked forward line. Yeah.
Bloody hell, yeah.
Yeah, I think someone does need to go. Someone does need to go.
You've also got Milinkovic Savic in midfield. You've got Neves in midfield. So you've got Koulibaly as well. So you've got quite a few, and Cancelo, Lodi. You've got quite a few foreign players. So
yeah, so the numbers are starting to get higher and higher. Your Bono as well, actually. Yeah. In goal, you got Bono in goal. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they manage to get all of this integrated. Because for me right now, I feel like what they should be doing. Also, Renan, did you say Renan Lodi's name? Yeah. He's like, I can't believe he's still there as well. Yeah, it's a stacked squad. It's an absolutely stacked squad. I just feel like if you're going to sign one of them, of Lukaku or Nunez, I think you've got to get rid of someone up front, like from your forward line. Someone has to go.
Yeah, I mean, Ronald Lodi.
Yeah.
One of my favorite players in terms of covering the Saudi Pro League. Al Hilal, obviously, as an Arsenal fan, for me, I feel like Al Hilal is the closest team to Arsenal. And that's why I've got the softest spot for them.
Oh, okay.
They're the only Saudi Pro League club who have done an invisible as well.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not sure if I've convinced you to be a fellow.
I don't know just yet. I'll find my team, but I just don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's Hilal, and then Qadasi I've also got a soft spot for. But Renan Lodi, honestly, from Atletico Madrid to Hilal, you're thinking, oh my God, how and why? A little bit like the Hernandez move. How and why did that move happen? But he is just the most sort of bopping up and down, all action left wing back I've seen.
Yeah.
And you've got the likes of Kante, who's still playing for France. You've got Ronaldo playing for Portugal. You've got Neves playing for Portugal. You've got quite a lot of players, Mitrovic still and Savic, all still playing internationally. So
yeah,
it feels like as well as Malcolm actually. So it feels like the Saudi Pro League now, it's not just a matter of out of sight, out of mind. Even Ivan Toney is now getting call-ups to England squad, regardless of him being the Saudi Pro League. But Nunez, which one do you think is going to go to Hilal, and which one do you reckon they need more, Lukaku or Nunez?
Good question. I think if they want goals, they go for Lukaku. That's who you need. But for me, I feel like they're just because they're a smart club. I think Liverpool will find a way to get rid of Nunez because they need to get rid of Nunez. I think because they just got an absolutely stacked squad as well. I feel like they'll find the right way to get rid of Nunez, and I think he'll be the transfer that happens for Al Hilal. That's my personal, reasoning.
Apparently, they are looking to sell him for 60 million.
I think they'll easily get that money. I think, they're the right business people behind Liverpool. So yeah.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how Liverpool and Chelsea continuously go out there and some of their best, some of their players that haven't really done the absolute best, but still start of them because they bought Nunez for 64 million base, and then I think another 20 million in add-ons.
Add-ons, yeah.
And they're still going to sell him for 60 million plus.
Yeah, That's crazy. I know. I think it's crazy too. Like he's not worth that money. He's never shown to be that money.
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't think he's that great of a footballer. But you know, that's the world we live in now, where some people are going for like 60 million when they don't really deserve it. I would say, to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. I think Nunes will come to Al Hilal. He'll be a good player,
Yeah.
and I think it will just work. I think for me, Lukaku, with the way he's talking, it's not even a word. The way he's talked outside of like football in podcasts and interviews and stuff like that, I see him more going towards the MLS. I think that's his lifestyle. That's what suits his lifestyle more. Like, come on, man. Like he's got that American accent. Like I'm just like, and then we're just all watching it. Like we know you got that Belgian passport and the Congolese background. You don't need to try and fake some American accent to try and convince us you're a cool guy. Like, chill out. It's
I,
chill out, bro. Like, yeah,
yeah.
honestly. But Lukaku's Lukaku, in it. I think he'll go MLS. I think he's gonna go MLS. If that will suit him, probably like LA, FC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, Miami are too stacked, so he won't probably go there. But I see him like LAFC, some other like West Coast team probably.
Yeah. Inter is just Messi and friends, Messi and Crow at the minute. So
Yeah, exactly. So there's no Messi friend, no Messi's friend, no party. So
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I remember Lukaku when he went to, I think, America for holiday, him and Pogba, and
Mm.
then he came back with like an American accent, and
Yeah, yeah,
I think he was even dating Megan Stallion recently as well.
yeah.
So
He was. Yeah,
I can definitely see him going more to the MLS. But
it makes
yeah,
more sense.
Nunez more apparent to Saudi Pro League. I think he would absolutely ball out, and I think where the Saudi Pro League is right now, it's just like if you are starting up any business where you've got to splash the cash, pay
Mm.
over the odds, and try to get as many eyeballs as possible.
Yeah,
So I can definitely see that working, and I can see the locals loving Al Hilal next season if they're able to get Hernandez bobbing down the wing, and then you've got Roddy bobbing down the wing, and you've got Neves and Milinkovic Savic,
yeah.
playing through the lines. So, oh my God, that's going to be crazy exciting. What's going to be even more exciting is if, as per rumors, Al Nassr are able to get Anthony to go toe to toe with the likes of Etihad and Hilal. What do you reckon?
I think Anthony has a lot of potential. He's shown it at Real Betis.
Balled out last season.
Absolutely balled out for the 6 months he did in Spain. But does he go to the Saudi league? I don't think so. I don't think he
Oh,
comes to the Saudi. No, I think he goes on another loan. I think the loan will probably be to Bayer Leverkusen because Ten Hag's there.
right.
Yeah, I just think that's because that's another link that's also happened, and I feel like that's going to be a more possible thing because I think Anthony doesn't even want to go to the Saudi league just yet. I don't think I see that in him. He's someone that's had a lot of criticism by English media, by like content creators like ourselves. Like the amount of times we've spoken about Anthony as being a flop, joke of a transfer, and sort of to be the epitome of the football club as well.
Yeah.
I think he's got something to prove still in the European league. So there's no point in, I think, taking the seriousness of the move to Saudi league just yet for Anthony. I don't think it's going to happen yet. I think if this loan move to Bayer Leverkusen doesn't work out,
Yeah.
maybe he should just stop, flirting with Ten Hag and stop, trying to be around them. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see where he actually does go.
Yeah, I mean, he signed for United in 2022. Contract finishes in 2027, meaning if he goes out on another loan, he
1 year
will have
left.
a year left by the time he goes back.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think Man United, whatever happens, will try to go for a permanent deal. If he stays in Europe and stays with Leverkusen,
yeah.
Leverkusen are having a little bit of a horrid situation where all the players, it feels like, just want out.
I think it's the Ten Hag effect. I don't think anyone trusts Ten Hag anymore.
Yeah,
They saw what he did at United, and then Jack has left. You
yeah,
know, I don't know. Jonathan Tar's left as well, if I'm not wrong. So I just see it as something that, personally, for me, and Ten Hag just seems to be as someone that doesn't have a very good outlook right now, but he's willing to try anything to make it work.
Yeah, Tar's gone to
Bayern Munich, right?
Bayern.
Yeah,
So Anthony, again, honestly, I wouldn't be too shocked at all if the money's right
fair enough.
and
Yeah,
Ronaldo says, "Look, come over here at least for a season. It's a World Cup season as well. Ball out."
yeah,
Because anybody that's on Ronaldo's team will get the clips and will get the viral moments
yeah, yeah,
if they're playing well. And it feels like sometimes the hype can get you to a training camp. So that's one to watch. That's one to watch. And then
definitely.
I'll just finish off on this. Who is a player? Two players, one realistic, one dreamland. Two players you would like to see in the Saudi Pro League this season.
Oh, let's have a think. It's not something I've really thought about, you know. What would be a good one? I think a dream one. I think the fact that well, actually, does this? I think I might count on the realistic. Maybe not. Do you mean for this summer? This
This
transfer
summer,
summer?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Kevin De Bruyne, but obviously I was thinking for next summer.
Yeah.
For this summer, then I'd like to see someone like who'd be good out there.
One
Just
La La Land and one realistic.
one La La Land, one La La Land. Oh gosh, Vinny Junior.
Is that
I
realistic
think
or La La?
yeah, no, La La Land definitely not realistic. But yeah, I think Vinicius Junior would be like a dream one because he's not he's someone that is a bit of didn't win the Ballon d'Or last season. He's had a bit of a not a bad season, but it wasn't a season that you would think Vinicius Junior like of. He didn't have a great season himself personally. He's got outshined by Mbappe, so maybe there's an opportunity for someone to maybe go, look, do you want to come to Saudi?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the La La Land one. Realistic one.
Yeah.
Oh, good question. Realistic. Trying to think of someone like in the Prem or something. Who would be realistic? Let's have a look. Realistic.
What do you think of that? I'll give you my La La Land one as well.
Yeah, go on.
Excuse me. I'm not sure how much of a La La Land this one is because recently, apparently, they are trying to cash in on him, but I'm not sure if he wants to remain in Europe or would be willing. But Rodrigo from Real Madrid as well.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I think that's definitely realistic. It's La La Land actually. We'll call it La La Land for now, just because of you never know with Real Madrid and their signings that no one wants to leave Real Madrid really. Like it's
Yeah.
difficult to make a player move because David Alaba's refusing to move right now as well, if I'm not wrong, because they want him out. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's a good La La Land one. Oh, what a realistic. I'm still struggling with finding a realistic one. Maybe if he has another stinker of a season at Arsenal, Martin Odegaard could be a good realistic one.
Yeah, Martin. I mean, last season, to be fair, it was quite difficult for all the players.
Yeah,
This season, with having an absolute monster of an outlet in Gyökeres,
you would
I
hope
think
it
he's
helps him big time. Yeah,
big time. Um,
I
another
just thought
one,
of a better realistic option actually.
Usman Dembele. What do you think?
No, what? No, I was thinking, I was thinking Martinelli. I was thinking more Martinelli on the left side of Arsenal.
Oh yeah,
Martinelli to Saudi Pro League would be a pretty good one
yeah.
as a
That's
realistic option.
Arteta's adopted son at the minute. Arsenal's adopted son. I can't ever imagine Martinelli or Saka leaving Arsenal.
Hmm.
So
I think that was definitely the thought process behind Martinelli when he first came to Arsenal, like £7 million. No one knew him, and because no one knew him, he
yeah,
just did not give a toss, and he played so good. And now because people care about him, he's got so much pressure to live with, and I just feel like that's what he's struggling with. But yeah, that's that. If he goes to like Saudi Pro League for like 45, £50 million, I think Arsenal would take take the opportunity for that price tag.
Do you know what? On that Osman Dembele one, I know we both laughed, but one thing the Saudi Pro League are trying to do is trying to get Europe's Ballon d'Or every year near to try and come over. They did that with
Benzema, innit? Yeah.
So if he wins the Ballon d'Or this season coming up, has another good season in PSG, he's already won the Europa League.
Yeah.
He's already won the Champions League.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. I can see that happening. How old is he now, Dembele?
Dembele's 27 now, I think. 27, 28? No,
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, you're right. 28. One more season, he's 29. I can see him coming.
Yeah, it's a potential then. It's definitely a potential. Yeah, I think they're good realistic options then.
Yeah. So I mean that to wrap it up, that's all for potential transfers and transfers that have already happened, and a little bit of a take on our dreamland and who we'd like to see in the Saudi Pro League. I think one thing I've noticed as well is the Saudis love to watch the transfer season, and when the English transfer window shuts, there are still fantastic players that are a little bit unsettled now that maybe one or two have come into their positions and they've lost the pecking order. And this season is a World Cup season.
Yeah.
And the Saudi Pro League has shown it doesn't matter if you play in the Saudi Pro League, you can get game time and still play for your national league, national team. So we are going to keep our eyes peeled, and I think there's going to be a lot more movement when some of the bigger fish have done frying their own and getting the players they wanted, and other players could be available. So thank you for joining us today. I've been your man, the gentleman, and this is Oz. This is the Saudi PL Central, where your first independent fan channel covering the Saudi Pro League. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.